Hi, I'm Paul. I always liked adventure, I always like to push borders, and I like to go on the limit or the limit of myself or what I want to do. I have in the past climbed mountains. I have achieved the the highest peak on every continent in the world. And I sort of always thought oceans or water is an environment where I don't feel really that much at home. So that's why I've chosen a race across the Atlantic to be my next challenge. When you actually stand up there on that square meter, which is the highest spot in the world, and you see the sun coming up and there's definitely nothing around which is actually higher, you're just relieved that now you actually can go down, because it was such a long time that it took you. Only on the way down, when it sort of starts to I really had that feeling that, wow, you actually did something great right now, and you stood on that spot. Why didn't you stand longer there? Why did you not consciously take it in? Well, the way I grew up and where I come from, I always was more more comfortable with mountains. And the most adventures I experienced were together with mountains, with altitude, with cold. I never grew up with water. And water was always sort of a suspect environment. And when I found out about this race and the way I can participate in it, I found it a challenge which basically takes on one hand adventures which I had in the past, endurance kind of adventures, living in a hostile environment like the mountain climbs I did in the past, and combines it with something which with an environment I wasn't really comfortable with in the past, i.e. water. So pushing the envelope, and what's a real example on a race like this is the way the race operates. You're 4 hours on, you're 4 hours off. So in the 4 hours off, you have to change your clothes, you have to sleep, you have to eat. So basically you operate on a 2.5 hour sleep cycle, and then you have to go back to work. So I think a lot of crew members, this is a very, like, you do it for 1 day, you do it for 2 days, but then you sort of get into this all the time tiredness mood. Keep on pushing your boundaries. I think that's what I would say. And by having a small business, you're already showing that you have more courage than a lot of other people. And I think for me, as never having had the courage to basically open his own business, I searched for my challenge in going out for adventures, and I would say keep on doing that and keep on pushing and searching for new things. There is a saying which is attributed to Mark Twain which says, in 20 years from now you will more regret the things you didn't do than the things you did. I sort of feel like that, but I think the most important thing with that is push your boundaries, but push it with controlled risks. And when you arrive sort of at your goal, look back, evaluate, and we'll tell you in 99 out of 100 cases you will not regret.